They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
We are streaming and or recording.
And or both?
Both.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to New Invaders.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are today because I'll tell the story in a minute, but we are live this week. There was a slight mishap with Mixer. They deleted our account by accident. I don't know how they singled us out by accident and deleted us. I didn't know that was a thing. Excuse me, but apparently it is. So anyway, into facto, got that fixed. Now we can stream again on Mixer, which we're trying to do. Like I explained to them, hey man, we're trying to stream to you guys exclusively because we're kind of Xbox and Mixer's on Xbox. And it's very like, I know it's not exclusive to it, but they're very, very highlighted to it. And I'm trying to explain to them like, hey man, don't fuck us up like this. So anyway.
Yeah, make it easy.
Anyway, it is easy. Mixer's great. Mixer's fantastic. We love it. But please don't delete us. So we're back. We're back live. We are now recording as well, which you'll see our video up on the YouTubes after some brief editing and all that jazz. So who are we, Schizo?
We are the News Invaders.
The News Invaders.
I am Schizo, and you are Digital Hero. And over there is Robo, and we are a part of the Misfit Brothers. We are the News Invaders, and we will bring you the news that matters in the gaming world. It matters to me.
It's actually news. It's actually more news that matters to us. And then, should you like it as well, you can then like it.
Yeah.
Yes. But we are by gamers for gamers from the gaming streets. We hold no special privileges. We have no insider information. We just love video games at the core, in our hearts, way down in the cockles. The cockles, the sub-cockles of our hearts is where we generally start to love video games from. And then it came and it grew and it flowered into this blossoming group here, the News Invaders.
And we have one asshole.
Yeah. Coincidentally, he is also from Texas. I don't really have any explanation for that other than it's a stereotype.
And we have a waterfalls.
No.
And we have a wolf.
We have a wolf, but not a waterfall anymore.
Not a wolf.
That's a Pac-Man wolf.
Waterfalls and wah, 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 wah. Yep.
We have a Pac-Man wolf. Yeah. So if you are joining us, thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share the shit out of everything you see from us. We are now dropping retro gameplays every single week. You'll see one tied to this video on YouTube, and we're going to be doing that a lot.
And you're going to watch it and you'll be like, oh, it's that Schizo guy again. He's really good at video games. I can't wait to watch him.
He's not.
Really good at video games.
He's not. Especially the older ones, because they're harder.
You know what? It definitely is because I'm really, really good at modern day ones.
Yeah. Yeah, you're really good. You're really good at the modern day ones.
Yep, yeah, you should see me on PUBG.
Oh yeah.
Man,
No, I mean,
so good at it.
come on. So, what do we have dropping this week while I go and start sharing the site out here?
What do we have dropping this week? What's happening this week?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have the podcast, and we'll have the retro in. And you're talking about the latest news?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, first off, how's everybody been? Like, what have we been doing?
Give me some foreplay, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna warm you up. I'm gonna tickle you a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Who got your belly?
That's right.
Who got your belly?
What have you been playing?
What about you, Robo?
I've been playing. Been playing Overwatch.
Mm.
Both played Overwatch.
Is the tank out yet?
I'm gonna say no.
No.
I've played a little bit of Overwatch with you, but I'm waiting for that Hammond. I want Hammond the hamster. I'm playing some Diablo.
yeah.
Overwatch.
Did you really?
Yeah, we started a new season, and I think we're up to level 45 or 50, somewhere around there, aren't we?
Shy 50 maybe, something like that.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, and Robo's playing Barbarian, and he's carrying us. Me and
No,
Voodoo are
he doesn't do that.
Crusaders. You know what? It's a weird thing to see in video games, Robo opening the backpack. It's a very weird occurrence. It's usually me opening my backpack, but you know, yeah, but a little bit
Anyone
of that.
that knows you.
Mm.
Yeah, see, they all know better. And I tried out Defiance 2050 today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And how did you like?
Yeah. I played a lot of the original Defiance.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much the original Defiance.
Nice.
With a slight graphic enhancement.
That's sometimes not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing. No. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I mean, you know, take it for what it is. It's an Xbox 360 old MMO, right? Old
Right.
PC one too. So as long as you walk into it with that mind frame, you might be able to get some fun out of it.
Plus it's not $60 or $70 or whatever the full price game is.
It was
Is it enough?
like 19 bucks. Get in for 3-day early access. So that's not too bad.
I have been playing Quake Champions. My old PC ways have been coming back. I need to build a new computer though because this one is not. No, it's not handling it. it hates it. I'm running a single core Intel Pentium, which sounds horrible, but it does do the job. It runs things properly. I've got a GTX 1050 Ti, which is, it's a solid 1080p graphics card, and I'm running 8 gigs of old G-Skill RAM. That's kind of like not DDR4, so some limitations, but I'm getting through it. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till the new graphics cards come out. I'm gonna kind of decide which way I want to go. I've got a Steam box, basically a little tiny mini cube, trying to work out some shit with that. Yeah. So I've been.
What's the new graphics card? Or like comparable to
Yes. So the 1180. And there's rumors an 1180 has been confirmed. There's an 1170 maybe. But it looks like they're just carrying on with instead of the 10 series, it's going to be an 11 series now, and then all the same numbers, and then there will be equivalent cards. So from what I've read so far, like your 10, the 11, we're losing them. Okay, hey
guys.
Anyway,
How you doing?
without getting too master racy for them, it's going to be an upgrade, and obviously your 1180 is going to be faster than your 1080, and 1170 will do 4K or 2K, arguably 1440p, and there's a lot more support for the 144 hertz or 144p 4K monitors. Right?
I think the 1070 was comparable to my 1080 or 980 Ti.
I think so.
I wonder if that'll be the same. I wonder if the 1080 Ti will be comparable to the 1170.
Yeah, it probably will. They're unveiling it very shortly here. I just really hope that they print enough of this shit to make the cost go down. And he's back. All right, so that's all we're gonna say about that. Anyway, I need to build a new computer to play Quake.
You can build me one and I'll play Quake with you.
There you go.
Just a backstory. When Phil and Digital get together and they start talking teraflops and you start talking e-peens and whatnot and all that stuff.
No, it's no e-beans, man. I just build normal machines now.
It's just, they're like, I know PC too. Let's talk about PC. And I have no idea what's going on. Whew, thank God I made it through.
You made it. You made it. We're good.
You guys make it too? Alright, we made it through. So, I know we like to start everything off with Nintendo. The Nintendo is...
I love them.
Right. and it's basically where we all started to, right?
Yeah.
Nintendo. What do we got? Well, I mean, the main thing I'd like to mention about Nintendo is the Nintendo Labo Creators Contest.
They're going hard on that Labo, man.
Oh, they're
Like they want it.
they're pushing it. They're like,
Yeah, man.
if you want to love Labo, we're gonna make you love Labo.
Yeah.
And it's basically you make things with the cardboard, not the cardboard they give you, make your own ideas for Labo and stuff. So pretty much you're entering a contest to give them ideas so you can make them more money.
Right.
But yes, but the whole thing is if you win, you get a Nintendo Switch that looks like it's made out of cardboard. So
Neat.
can you picture that in about 20 years? Because like if right now we're at the time where people are getting like, you remember the Mountain Dew Xbox that was like a blockbuster giveaway?
Oh yeah.
And all those things, so like original Xbox and stuff like that, we're getting like, it's starting to do that thing now where it's new to us, but in about 20 years we're going to see it and be like, oh man, you remember that?
Yeah, remember that one that
Cardboard?
that you see at a yard sale that nobody cares about?
Oh man, I don't know. But yeah,
Gotta be worth money.
Yeah.
They're only
Depends, yeah.
third of my doing.
it's what is it? Nintendo Championship Gold cart.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are pretty like
Yeah,
yeah, those are big.
That's top tier collectors right there.
Oh, yeah.
But, so they're pushing the Labo. Another thing about the Labo is there was this small little dirt bike game or a little tiny remote control thing you could get for
Mhm.
Labo.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And now they make it so that you can actually control in Mario Kart.
Mm.
So they're bringing it into the other games and shit. So they're really folding it over for that.
Nice.
Yeah. But I don't know. We've talked about the Labo before, and I mean,
It's not like I've explained it before. It's not for me, but it's for someone. Like it's for kids, right?
yeah.
Right, regular.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They did do stuff where they were like, it's really good cardboard, and you can bend it so many times, and it's like it's high quality cardboard. But besides that, the stats came in on Pokemon Go.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much money Pokemon Go has made since its release?
Well, since I know Pokemon itself is now one of the largest or the largest grossing entertainment mediums out there. It beats Star Wars. It's got like $60 billion to its name or something like that.
Oh yeah.
So I'd say a lot.
In Asia, they give you a Pikachu immediately. When you're born in Asia, you get to choose between a Pikachu, a Bulbasaur, or a Charmander.
Is that for real? You get to choose which one you want to be, or you just
No.
like when you're born they just give you one of them.
Yeah.
You don't get to be one. You don't know how to play Pokemon.
Yeah, come on, man. Turn into it. Come on, man.
I do like to play Pokemon.
Everybody's played Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
But we're getting off topic here. 1.8 billion is how much they've made since release.
Jesus.
1 billion.
That's a lot.
7 million a month.
That's a lot. All right. So
A lot of money.
So with me doing what I was doing there, wow, our stream is like exactly synced up, which is awesome. Thanks, Mixer. So I've got everything up. I've got the chat up. I've got anything else. Should people want to join in, say hi.
Hi.
Say hi. I'm gonna go ahead and actually pay attention to what I'm doing here, and put the old view on full screen. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, now we're pretty now. All pretty.
We're pretty.
All pretty.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So, that's a shit ton of money for Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I
Money
mean,
for anyone.
Well, for sure. Yeah, but I mean, just you think about Pokemon. You know, arguably, I know there's been some differences. They've added new Pokemon. There's tons of different ones coming in and out all the time. But arguably, it's been the same game since like 1996. You go and you get Pokemon, you train them, you fight other people in tournament and all that stuff, and then you know It's like it's a pretty simple concept, but it's made so shit tons of money, man. It's crazy.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I
fun.
mean,
Never been for me.
it's when it hit that certain age range, like people, it's same as like anything for us. It's that retro thing. I get it. I played a Pokemon Game Boy game when it first came out. That was about it for me. I was like,
Yeah.
good. But go ahead.
No, I was gonna say yeah. I mean, I played. I had the first two, the blue and red. Then I got yellow. Then I had a Game Boy Color. And I think I played it on that, and then I played, a few more smatterings here and there. I didn't really have much of a N64 experience, so it's actually a dumb reason. Like when I was a teenager, when N64 and Nintendo came out, PlayStation came out, I had a PlayStation, and the reason I bought a PlayStation is because it had video cutscenes, and the first game I owned was the Alien trilogy game, and it was like, there was a video cutscene of where they're flying in aliens, where they're flying to the planet, and they're going in, and it's that cutscene of the ship, and I seen it in the game, and I was just like, this looks like a movie. I was like, fuck Nintendo.
And they dropped the tank, like they dropped the.
Yeah,
ball from
I
the
think
tank.
yeah. So it's basically just a 320. It's like a 640 by 320 shitty resolution, like blocky FMV version of the movie itself,
Wasn't it?
but it was in a game, and I was like, fuck yes, fuck
Yeah,
yes,
me too,
fuck
man.
Nintendo, right?
Yep.
So that was kind of my whole purpose of it. I mean, I had an N64 later. I own an N64 now, but I have I've got, it's part of my Japanese console collection, but I ended up just not really playing it. And then I played Zelda, and I'm like, I think I'm the only person on the fucking planet that doesn't like Ocarina of Time. And everybody's like, "Oh, you're crazy for not liking Ocarina, man." And I was just like, "What?" They're like, "Oh, it's like the greatest Zelda ever." And I said, "No, I think the new one, Breath of the Wild, is the greatest Zelda ever." And
I would go Link to the Past on that one.
well,
Zelda
yeah,
trilogy.
Link to the Past is phenomenal.
And Wind Waker was.
It was
my
different.
Ocarina.
Yeah.
Your Ocarina, my Wind Waker. I played Wind Waker and I was like, all right, cool. Look at that. No, thank you. Ocarina, I was kind of forced to finish Ocarina. My sister got the N64 when she got to choose what console she wanted, and she got Ocarina of Time with it. And she was like, "Can you help me play the game?"
Right.
So every day when she got home from work, I'd put in a couple hours playing it. So she was kind of the one that pushed me to finish Ocarina of Time, because when I got to the water temple, that was it for me. I was in that water temple for a good 6 hours, and I was like, I don't want to play this game no more.
Fuck it. Yeah, man, I barely got into like adult Link, and then I was like, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about the game, and just never. And then I replayed it on the 3DS, and I got through it then. But I mean, I don't know. It wasn't like the crazy fucking awesome game that everybody made it out to be for me personally. Right?
No.
So.
Oh,
So-
shit, like,
Probably my only experience with Zelda, really, to be honest. Remember playing what was it called, the Wii U one? Played it for a wee bit.
Twilight Princess.
I'm a big fan of that one.
I didn't finish that one either.
No. The last one I actually finished was
Ocarina for me.
the Link Between Worlds
On the 3DS.
on the 3DS.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. Me too. Finished it.
Yeah.
Because it
I'm-
was a lot like Link to the Past.
Yeah, I'm slowly and arduously getting through Breath of the Wild, but it's a fucking hard go. Yeah, not that the game is bad, it's just a hard go because I don't have time. I'm trying to replay some Fallout before Fallout 76. I'm obviously playing Overwatch now. I've got Quake Champions on the go. Like, it's brutal.
Yeah.
And I work. This is not our full-time job yet.
No.
It needs to be.
Um,
What else we got?
Besides that, Nintendo, there's a Splatoon 2 DLC
Okay.
that just dropped. the Octo DLC, and it's got there's new amiibos coming out for Splatoon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, they do some stuff with those amiibos that are crazy. Like the video, like
Amiibos are
items
awesome.
if you have them.
Yeah, amiibos are awesome. That is my favorite form of DLC ever.
Yeah.
Because you get
Digital.
you get a little toy or a little figurine or whatever, and then you can scan it and you get your whatever extra content. That is by far the best kind of DLC, hands down.
Agreed. That's when I played Skylanders for a little bit when it came out,
Mm-hmm.
and because I was the whole laying them on that portal and they bring into the game and stuff like that. I thought that was an amazing, cool thing.
Oh yeah.
So I played, and it came with two things. It came with the figure, and it came with the thing in the game, which I thought was great. So like, amiibos are that's cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm down with them.
I mean, you're going to collect the figures anyway. I mean, if you're
No,
if you're a gamer,
I'm an old man. I don't buy toys.
I wasn't directing it at you. I was.
Oh no, I know.
They're not toys. They're action figures.
That's pushing it a bit.
Not gonna lie, I haven't been paying attention for the last minute. I've been getting a beer.
Oh, okay.
A beer brought to me. More important.
Ah, nice.
All right,
Hello.
it's snack time.
I totally understand.
Podcast dad.
Uh,
Hashtag podcast dad. So what's on the docket after Splatoon?
Talk about some Metro.
Ooh.
Yeah. Metro Exodus.
Okay. Oh yes, the new one.
Play the first. Did you play the first day?
I did. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I love Metro games.
Yeah, they're really good, and it makes your computer sweat.
I've never played it on the PC. But,
It holds up even today. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You think you've got a high-end PC, and then you play that game, and then you're like,
Yeah. Then you watch the frames drop to 25, and you're like, nope, no, I don't.
And, there was a game like that was out. It was,
1 second. Keep going.
Crisis. I believe it was called
oh
Crisis.
yeah.
Crisis used to be like where you set, like you knew you had an ultra badass PC if you could run Crisis at top level.
Look, it's the benchmark, is what they call it. You know, bench.
Yeah.
You can run Crisis. Yep.
Yeah,
That's
You got
what
a
they
good
used to cast
computer.
the cards on. Yeah.
Uh huh.
I remember the first computer I ever bought with my own money was like 18, started work, went into the computer shop and was like, I want a gaming PC. I go, okay, here's this one.
Yep.
Right, happy days, got it home and first game I loaded up, it's like, right, everything to max. Like, oh my god, it's running like shit. Yeah. Didn't have a clue about anything in the computer, it was just literally going buying what they told me was a good computer. It was just the best computer they had, but it was kind of shit.
And you loaded up Crisis on the high settings, and the computer went no.
Oh, do you know what I actually did load up? You ever remember that Quake game? It was like the vehicles and all. It was vehicles and what was the name of it? Terry, no.
I
Quake
don't know, but I want to
Is
know.
it Championship?
Had
What's
vehicles?
Yeah, it was like you imagine something like Battlefield or Quake.
Yeah. Oh. You know what's great about Quake? You know what's great about Quake? Quake is you go in there and you're all fucking high speed. You just run. Quake isn't about like, I gotta think about who's around the corner. I gotta think about who's behind me. There's no strategy in Quake. Quake is fast. You get in there, kill shit, and you keep running. You always. That's another thing. I put Doom back on the hard drive because I want to play some of the multiplayer, the PvP in Doom. I want to play that fast as go, man. So I have Doom
got that.
pulled up again. Do you?
Got that
I
one.
w-
Yeah.
I want to play some Doom PvP because the little time we did play it, I really liked it because Doom and Quake, just the speed and there's no real thought to it. It's just a visceral go, and like Digital was saying, he called it Twitch. He was like, it's a Twitch game, you know. You get in there and it's all about you just move and that's it.
The guy played. I would consider myself half decent at Doom on the Xbox.
Yep.
The Quake's kind of the similar sort of speed.
Yeah.
But I played it on the PC, and I got wrecked. Like I couldn't buy a kill. I got like 4 kills for 20 or 30 deaths.
Yep.
then Terry was saying he got like 20 odd kills for maybe half a dozen deaths. So he's definitely alright at it. But it's the opposite when we're playing the Xbox.
That's the thing that we don't know. See, that's the thing that when Digital goes on and he plays Unreal Tournament and he plays Quake.
Quake Champions.
It's a different Digital. The Digital we see on Xbox is a Digital that kind of like not so much. What am I trying to say here, Phil?
He's like an old man gamer, or no, like a dad gamer.
I am a dad gamer.
He's just there to participate.
I put an honest effort in.
When he's playing on the PC and he's playing the game on the PC, he's like 20 kills, 6 deaths, or something like that. It's like, holy shit! You can see the realm.
Oh yeah. I mean, the mouse keyboard is definitely designed for my left-handed weirdness, and I've obviously customized everything to make it. You know, I've got left side. Hello, you know. So.
Yeah.
What do you call the Quake game where it was like vehicles and big massive, like a battlefield type thing?
Oh, Quake Wars?
No.
Or no.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm thinking Halo Wars.
I've never played this, but it sounds great. Quake with vehicles. I'm down.
I can't remember now.
You know the one I'm talking about? That was a big Quake game. It was like more like an open battlefield type Quake.
Yeah.
Maybe you had objectives where you'd take out their base or.
To the internet.
To the Google.
To the Google.
Metro comes out.
Yes.
Metro comes out, and Xbox Magazine is doing an interview with Hal Benoit from Deep Silver. I suck at pronouncing names, pronouncing words. But yes, in the interview, he was talking how the Xbox One X runs Metro Exodus right now at the peak performance.
Mm-hmm.
So they can do so much more with the Xbox One X with the game than they can with anything else that's available now. So
it's called Enemy Territory Quake Wars.
That sounds awesome.
Yes.
I did not know that existed.
Well,
But he said that they're doing so much more graphically and they're pushing the processor, but they couldn't do it on anything else right now.
Mhm.
Xbox One X is
the top.
perfect for it.
Have you heard this couple of articles now that have come out that they're talking about a moddable, interchangeable parts console?
Non-Microsoft or Microsoft?
No, it's no, it's not Microsoft. Well, no, sorry. I think it was Microsoft. They're talking about like a parts interchangeable Xbox style kind of thing,
Okay.
right?
Okay, so like you'd buy it and then you just upgrade it.
Yeah.
And new parts would come out.
Yeah, so Microsoft is really trying to bridge this gap since obviously they own the Windows platform. They're trying to bridge this gap between console and PC.
Yeah.
Like they're doing, keyboard mouse support with Xbox. They're doing, obviously crossplay. They're doing Xbox Game Pass. They're doing, it's part of crossplay where you buy it on one system, you get it on both, kind of thing. Or, sort of stuff like that. It's interesting.
Cool. Yeah.
I don't think it'll work. I don't think it'll work though.
Why?
Well, if you think about it, say they had the Xbox, the one we have now,
Right.
with the cooling system and the power supply that matches our Xboxes to a T.
Mm-hmm.
You go in, you swap out a part with the CPU or a graphics card.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say that your cooling system works for your system?
Well,
or your
there would
power
have to
supply?
be specific upgrade kits. You couldn't make it like a PC. You'd have
Oh,
to
no, that's what I'm saying, but-
you'd have to have it set up so it's like, I don't want to say idiot proof to assume everybody's intelligence, but you'd have to make it very, very, very user friendly. So you buy. So they release what's called let's just call it an upgrade kit. So they go, okay, here's a graphical upgrade kit, and then you slap that in, and it comes with all the stuff. It's just like it has to be just like a little thing that you plug in, and everything works.
Yeah.
That's what it would have to be.
couldn't be. That's what I'm saying. It couldn't just be, okay, I'll upgrade the graphics card this month and the CPU next month. It'd have to be, well, first thing you need to upgrade your power supply, because obviously,
Yeah.
you upgrade your CPU or your. Oh, we're getting back into this technical part, and Curtis is like,
Yeah.
but no,
That's
I don't
okay.
see
You
that
guys,
working.
you guys are mixing console with it, so I'm
Yeah.
hearing like console things like where you can swap out parts and stuff. So as long as you guys don't start going into teraflops and all this stuff,
Mhm.
you'll be okay. You'll
Mhm.
survive.
That's the part. That's the part I don't think works. The thing I do think that works is because Microsoft are making it so you can play Xbox One and Xbox One X, and they said everything going forward will carry on the same, which in terms of being able to play games together. So even if you have an Xbox that's upgradable, whoever's at the start with all the base stuff can still play with the person that has everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's where it works.
Yeah, and then it'll definitely have to keep that style. The other thing too is another thing you could think of to keep it where everything's like user proof or whatever. You have it so that like the box you buy it says requires this upgrade and this upgrade before this one will work. Right,
Yeah.
so you're saying the power supply. So if you say you get a graphic CPU upgrade package or whatever, and you buy it, and it's however much, and then it says requires 2019 power supply upgrade as well to make it work, right? So just like the old Xbox games used to have requires internet,
Yeah.
right? That kind of stuff.
Personally, I don't want to see that. I don't want to. I think what makes the Xbox better is that when they're developing for it, they know, right, this is the Xbox, and this is what is the strength of this Xbox,
Mm.
and they know what they're building towards. Where you start making it towards a PC, and then when the game comes out, it's not fully optimized. You know what it's like for some cards, some CPUs.
Well, yeah, it's
optimized.
the constant AMD Nvidia battle, right? There's some games optimized, like Battlefield 5 is optimized for AMD. So arguably, if you have a monster system and everything's equal across all playing fields except for your graphics card, one just happens to be AMD, one's Nvidia, the AMD one will theoretically run it better. And
So,
just
back to Metro.
back to Metro.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was my little side note of it, just an article I read. I thought it was very interesting.
Metro is supposedly Xbox One X is running at the tops.
Beautiful.
This Cubanon.
Mhm.
Let me go back and compare how I pronounced it first, and then second.
It doesn't
exactly the
sound
same.
like
Yeah.
Both
Doesn't sound
sides.
like the same person.
He says that Metro 1's levels will take several in-game days. In-game days.
Mm.
I was saying earlier, and I was confused because I was like, several days, like real world days. Like it's gonna take me like I'm gonna sit down and it'd be like old school 40 hours.
Yeah, there's only been a handful of games that have actually pulled that off successfully. You don't want to make it. You need to make it in-game days.
What they say about it is that each day or every mission you go into, there's random factors that could play into it, like finishing sooner or later. But and they end it with Metro Exodus will not be a walk in the park.
Oh no, they're not easy games to begin with.
Did
I mean,
you ever play the? Is it the remix or what did you call it? You know when they put the two of them together?
yeah.
Oh, Redux.
Redux.
Yeah.
See, I played the first. I played both of them when they first come out. First one was like a survival horror.
Right.
The second one was very much more action shooter.
Right.
So then when they brought the remake of the two of them out, they made it that you could play either game in whatever style you wanted. So you can play the first one as a survival shooter or like limited ammo. Not so much about running and gunning, it's more about trying to shoot, and every time you see an enemy you shoot yourself. And then you
Yeah.
could play the first one like that, or you could play it like the second one, and then you play the second one like the first one, or like this,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just wondering what ways do you prefer playing it? Did you prefer playing it as a survival
I
shooter?
played survival horror way because
Yeah.
I stuck to the Resident Evil style of things.
Yeah.
the way I preferred it.
Yeah.
The second one was just too arcadey. Then the ammo, I like the first one where you were nearly scared to shoot because you didn't have the ammo.
I
You
feel
don't wanna waste.
I have the reason I played it that way is because I feel I have enough arcadey action run and gun kind of games, but I don't feel I have enough survival horror style games.
Have you,
That's why I play
like,
that way.
how many times have you finished a Resident Evil, and how many bullets did you have left for a Magnum? I've finished
Oh, all of them?
and almost had all the bullets for the Magnum.
Yeah,
because
it's such a
as soon as you get that buried Magnum, man, you're like, you know what? This is my key to killing everything of one shot.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're so afraid in Resident Evil to use that key because you know some funky shit's about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That we finished the game with it. The same as Parasite Eve. In Parasite Eve, they gave you, I believe it was like 6 rounds, and it had this vaccine for the Parasite Eve virus.
Mm.
And you got 6 rounds, man, of this vaccine. That was it. And when it hit something in the game, whatever it was, that was it. That was taken care of. And I was so afraid to use that, man. Thing about it is, though, I actually used it on the last boss. So that was a good thing. But I love it when a game makes you do that. When you look down and you're like, okay, I'm running low. And Resident Evil even doubled up the ante on that by giving you that limited amount of shit you could carry before you hit
Yeah,
the
it really makes you think about how you're going to use it, how you're going to play the game, right? You can't. It's designed that way to make it obviously more intense, but it's designed that way.
Yeah.
Ow. It's designed that way to make it so that you think about everything you're doing.
Yeah, and the boys were talking about how we'd do something along the lines of like play the new Resident Evil and maybe even record it, and then we would send the recorded videos over and somebody could edit it together, show reactions at certain points of the Resident Evil game to show the difference between how we play and what our reactions would be.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool. To
Be a
see,
good
man.
time.
I'm sure there'd be some people that'd be stone-faced when something happened. There'd be some people that would scream and shit their pants.
I'd scream and cry.
Maybe. I don't want to play this game
That-
anymore.
The Resident Evil, or did you ever play Alien?
Oh, yeah. Alien Resurrection?
Oh man.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, man. That is a pant shitter game.
Dude, oh man, see when you play in that game, you're about 3 hours in, and you have to go and you have to go into this office, out of the office, just in front of the alien drops down in front. The alien drops down in front of you, and then just walks away from you. I swear to God, it is terrifying.
I was watching somebody play it, and the level they had to go to, or the thing they had to do was there was a switch at the end of this hallway, and it was like the hallway there was a windows that was separating. It was like 2 hallways, but you could see in the other side of the hallway, and there was an alien in that area, and he had to get from there to the switch without the alien who's right there noticing. I don't want to play that. That sounds like a game where I'm constantly shooting myself or almost just about to shoot myself. I don't want to do that.
Well, that's
The
what's
androids in that
what.
game they're
Yeah.
nearly as bad as the aliens.
Yeah.
Deadly, them androids.
That's why the game. That's why the survival horror side of things is so fun, right?
But I don't know anything about this Sea of Thieves thing, man. I've seen a couple of screenshots, but I don't know much more about it than that.
It looked interesting. I've never played it, but it definitely looked like I'd want to have a go of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's got it's done by by Robert Kirkman, and it's one of his graphic novels. Tell me how I feel about graphic novels, Phil.
Oh, down them hipsters.
Hipsters. Graphic novel is a hipster way of saying comic book.
It's a hipster way of saying big comic book. Right. Big book.
Big comic book, little comic book, still a comic book.
Mm-hmm.
What's the game called? See if Gary's heard of it.
Thief of Thieves.
No.
It's a game where you play as a thief and you arrange heists with your friends, and you and your friends go and do.
I believe I played a game where you play as a thief called Thief.
Is it Thief?
It was Thief.
How good is Thief?
Thief is great.
I used to love Thief. I remember the original Thief where it was so buggy and terrible, but it was great at
Yes.
the same time.
That was my original Master Racer computer that I built when I played Thief.
Yeah, let's hear about your
Nope.
the specs on that.
Nope.
PC.
Nope. Let's keep going. That'll be a podcast for another day.
Did you ever play Thief, Carter?
I did play it a little bit. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Look like you're lying.
I'm definitely not lying. I played a little bit of it, alright?
All right.
I know how you love to hide and sneak and not get caught in any video game.
Really good. I'm really good at being silent. You should ask Phil about Wildlands.
Mm.
And
To be fair-
digital's even worse than me. in
Yeah,
Wildlands.
I'm not a Wildlands kind of guy. There's like there's a strategy being explained, and I've like lined a beat up with a dude, and I'm like, all right, I'm definitely the Leroy Jenkins of the group.
Yeah. Throws a rocket in the middle of the camp whenever you stealthily approach the
No.
situation.
He's even worse than that. Me and him played I think it was the beta or the early access, and
Yep.
flying this helicopter above. We need to take out a target in the middle of it, or I think rescue a hostage. There's a great that field. We're going to drop in that field. We're going to work our way down, take out two people, sneak in, out, easy. So I was like, right, deal out of the helicopter will fly away the whole thing. I dropped down, land in this field, hear Terry screaming, then he fucking lands right in the middle of the base.
It was
all the
awesome.
enemies.
Oh, we have a major thunderstorm, lightning and hail happening. So if we do get disconnected, you'll know that my house exploded.
I could see that. If you look at the security cam behind that digital, you can see the tearing things like getting hit. You could, yeah. That's cool, man. Look at that.
We have legendary thunder lightning storms in Alberta. It's great.
Mhm.
Anyway, if I get disconnected, just assume my house has been torn apart, blown away.
Good. Assume the worst.
Yes, I always go to the most extreme example.
Yep.
What's next?
Yay. Oh no, things are happening.
As soon as I mentioned it, it just happened already. Oh, he's back. He's back.
Don't know what happened there.
I don't know.
Carry on as if it didn't happen.
Okay.
Alright. EA unveils that there won't be, or they're doing Battlefront 2 DLC.
Mm-hmm.
They're working on fixing out some issues. I don't know. I've never played the game because the game sucks. But they're fixing it in July.
That's not how we conduct ourselves.
No, the game is awesome. I love the game. I can't wait to play some more.
Just played it,
Yeah.
let's play some more.
Yeah.
I haven't played it. I have. I've played at least 10 to 15 hours
Mhm.
of it.
Mm-hmm.
But
No. I mean, what
to
can I
be
say?
fair, I've played a lot of Battlefront 2, and for the amount of shit that game got, it was really good. Graphically, it's amazing. Campaign, great. Have to play that campaign too. If you're a Star Wars fan, play it. Multiplayer, you get a slight advantage. There's no pay to win anymore, so no one can complain about that. And there never actually was, because they never allowed you to buy the crit. They took that out but before the game came out.
Mm-hmm.
There was never any pay to win really. It was
Yeah.
just the way that it was just random luck on your cards, which was a bit shit. It shouldn't be the way it is. The way it is now, the progression takes ages because you have to be using that character. Before you could get a loot crate and you could get a card for a random character, but now you have to upgrade your character to get better gear.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Yeah.
gear, it's not even gear, it's like, so if you're maybe using Boba Fett, his rockets will do 5% more damage or something, you know, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
It's not,
Uh,
right, that's one of them.
Did it just
No,
get brighter in your house, Schizo?
It did because the sun is starting to go away, so it's making everything brighter.
Yeah, because you have like some sort of It's like you've opened a loot box on your desk and it's just like blah.
How How can the sun go away and it gets brighter? That doesn't make sense.
It's starting. I said it's starting to go away.
Yes. So the light is more intense.
Communicate.
Is it like nighttime? When the sun goes down, it gets brighter. Is that what you're saying? Because that doesn't make
Right.
sense. That's,
Right.
that's not how it works where I live.
No. See, the way the sun works in Nova Scotia is
It's
it goes
Canadian
out,
sun.
It gets dark, and then the sun comes back up for a second, goes psych, and then goes away. So. That's not
Like,
working.
oh wait, look. No.
Oh.
You should see it up north. Up north it goes. So your normal sunrise arc is like, like that. Up north it goes like this. When you're in the summertime it goes, "Roop," and then it just kind of stays there, and then it goes, stays there, and then it kind of goes, "Roar," and then it sits on the horizon, and then you can watch it go, do 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 over to the east, and it goes, "Brrr." And then it goes over here, and it goes do 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 over to the west, and it goes, "Brrr, brrr." You're like,
Never actually disappeared.
no.
Yeah.
You can kind of see it. No, it does. You don't actually see the sun, but it's like, it looks like it never really sets. Like it sets, but it doesn't look like it. Like there's no darkness. So it goes like, it's kind of like really dusky. Like it's sunset light all night. So it's like dusky kind of thing, and then it sets at like midnight.
Yeah.
And then like where I live now is still fairly north, so our days it's bright until like 10:30 here. So it'll go dusky until, I don't know, from 12 to about 2, and then at like 3:30 you see the sun come back up.
There's parts of the Arctic too where it's like it goes dark for like 30 days, 30, 40 days. It's just dark.
Well, they have 6 months of darkness, 6 months of light.
Yeah.
You ever watch that movie, 30 Days of Night?
Mm-hmm.
It was a great movie. Loved it. The sequel of it was it.
Never
The
watched
sequel
the
was really good too.
Was it a sequel?
There was, and you know what? The sequel picked up, at the end where he, what happens at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler.
Spiders.
Yeah. But what happens, the girl that was holding him when that happened, she goes to the tanker. Remember they were talking how they got there in boats?
Oh, yes.
She goes to that boat, she hunts that boat down, and then she goes into that boat and takes out the hive and the queen that did that.
Okay.
Brought those ones there. And it's pretty tight, and
Wait,
it has
wait,
about
wait,
the same
wait.
budget.
You don't spoil the first one, but you're going to spoil the second one. One we haven't seen.
I didn't spoil it, I'm just saying she went to fight some vampires. What are you trying to get out with? I didn't spoil anything. Did you hear me spoil something? I said she goes and hunts vampires. Like, hey, you know what Blade's about? He goes and hunts vampires. You ruined it. I don't want to watch it no more now.
I actually don't want to watch the sequel anymore. I don't feel I need to.
No.
It's all been explained to me. You're like a verbal trailer that explains too much of a movie.
It's like, here's all that best bit.
Yeah.
You don't need
Oh well. At one point, when they were referring to lightsaber and the reflecting bullets in the game, they called it a laser sword.
laser
A
sword.
laser sword?
So
I would love to hear Aaron's reaction to that.
yeah.
I reckon he'd be an angry nerd.
Yeah. He would be let's boycott that news that put that post up. Laser sword.
Yeah, I don't think you can claim any sort of news validity if you're going to start saying stuff like laser. Wait a minute, they called it a laser sword in The Last Jedi.
Did they?
Did they?
Yes. Yes. They did. And Luke says it.
Did they?
Yeah, he does. He says, "What do you expect from me to go out there and take on the entire First Order with a laser sword?"
Does that make it canon? So.
Unfortunately, it's canon.
Oh no! I have to apologize. Sorry about that.
So they're free to say it. Fuck you, Ryan Johnson.
There's not like a whole thing about trying to get that movie remade.
They actually, yes. So if you're familiar with change.org, there's a change.org petition you can actually go look at. It has I think everyone on the planet plus some people who live on the moon have actually signed it. So it's like the entire population.
I'm quite enjoyed it.
Yeah. So I liked elements of it, but I don't. It's definitely my least favorite Star Wars. I tried to. I came out of the theater and I said, that's my favorite one, and I tried. I tried so hard. Then I seen it 4 more times and I was like, no. So anyway, yeah, there's a change.org petition you can go look at. Everybody in the world has signed it. And then you get to it. So it says they want it stricken from canon and then remade.
Yeah. I mean, I got to tell you, when I seen the scene with Luke calling Kylo Ren out at the gate.
Yeah.
When I seen that, I was like, this really feels like Star Wars to me.
Yeah, I was like, this is gonna be great.
Oh, we're gonna go Super Saiyan, are we?
Yeah.
Good.
No, I honestly thought there was gonna be a gigantic fucking lightsaber fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Kylo was gonna get wounded again. So because I think that's like, that to me would have been his. I know we're getting off topic from games, but that to me would have been his perfect story arc, where he's that, like, he lost his first lightsaber fight he had with Rey in the forest, and then he's so overconfident in his abilities that he's like almost like cocky. So that's why he keeps losing, right? Because he overlooks things. He's angry. He's impulsive, right? So that's his character flaw. So then it'd be the same thing. He's like, of course I can take on the fucking greatest Jedi Master ever. I can take on Luke, no problem. So he goes down and he has a big lightsaber fight with Luke and gets injured again. Right?
You forgot one thing though. Don't fuck with a Jedi Master, son. You forgot.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You got a bit of a Jedi Master thing going on there. The way the sun sets on your ginger beard makes it look like you're dipping it in and out of some sort of like gold. Yeah, there you go. It's beautiful.
Majestic.
Yeah. It really looks like you're slowly opening a loot box. it just keeps going up and going. You're like,
Or if this was your prize for coming out of the loot box, like this point would you be?
yeah, it's like you open the loot box, it's like, one schizo, and you're like, ah.
Oh my god, I got a legendary.
It's that legendary that sucks in the game that you have to put in at least one shitty legendary.
Am I No Man's Land?
You look like an oversized gnome.
Yeah. You get oversized gnome. Legendary. Fuck.
Legendary. Oh god.
God damn it, I wasted fucking $4.99 on this loot box for that.
Do you guys remember in Left 4 Dead 2 when there was an achievement for you to carry the gnome all the way across the circus level? There was a gnome.
No.
Yeah, there's a gnome right at the beginning of the circus, the fair level.
Okay, yeah.
I know you're from Cape Breton, so you say things a little different. It's fair, circus, but at the beginning of it, you could pick up a gnome, and if you make it all the way through without dropping that gnome, that means you have to have a team of people that are supporting you, because you don't get to shoot if you're holding the gnome. So you're holding the gnome, and you have to make it all the way through that level without that gnome falling.
Do you
Yes.
get the achievement, or does everyone get the achievement?
I have no idea. That is a good question, but that was an achievement I tried to achieve a couple times, and then I said that can go fuck itself.
Yes.
You
Good
clearly
game,
haven't played the game with me.
So,
So,
any more?
yes, the main thing
The main event.
the main thing I would really like to talk
Giver?
about is Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves getting a battle royale.
Why? Why?
They did.
I think this is. How do you think this is one that actually works? Yeah.
I would like, not necessarily a battle royale, but I would like some sort of like proper PvP instead of just, oh, we're gonna shoot your boat. Oh, you respawn 3 minutes away. Oh, you're gonna come back. We're gonna shoot you again.
Yeah.
Yeah, battle royale. you've maybe 8 or 10 people in a smaller map, and you could either fight, or you can stay around the edges, or I don't know. I think it would work pretty well.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, it's the Rare team working on that's incredibly talented. I spoke to them at E3. I mean, I have nothing but faith in that team. So maybe they'll make it. Maybe they'll make it different enough, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the main thing. They were like, we'd put our own spin on it and see if and it was like that's what everybody does.
Yeah, I guess my own take on it would be, yeah, you put your own spin on it like everybody else, but we're kind of in battle royale. Burnout. Like we have the megalith titans of it, PUBG and Fortnite, and then there's like now we're getting into like Realm Royale and all these offshoots and people saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna put a battle royale in this, and every game must have a battle royale now. So it's just, I don't know.
It's what people.
It's at the point where that White House Down and then the other White House movie.
Yeah, I get confused.
Right, and then those, and then the disaster movies where they had like Deep Impact and Armageddon, and then
2012.
Yeah, and then so it's like let's keep making them. They made a lot of money. Keep making it, right? So it's one of those things.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the bubble will burst.
Yeah.
Eventually, I hope.
And even survival horror did that for a little bit, where they had Resident Evil, and then they went with Silent Hill, and then they had what was that other one? There was a whole bunch of them that came out on the PlayStation. Pretty well within a 3-year cycle.
Oh yeah, survival horror was.
Well, Resident Evil started it all off, and then after that it was just fucking game on, right?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, but that's this is what we're dealing with now, so you'll see a lot more battle royale. BioWare says that they still want to work and do a couple more things with Mass Effect. It's not totally dead.
Oh.
They were like, we'd like to do some more things. They've also said that they won't be touching any more Star Wars stuff for a long time.
That's probably good.
They were like, their main step now is they want to work on Dragon Age.
Mm-hmm.
They got like they've had a small crew working, trying to figure out what it looks like what the next Dragon Age will be like. And like I said, a little bit of Mass Effect, but Star Wars, because Mickey Mouse walked in and said, all right, we're going to have a talk. We're going to have a talk with you.
Mickey Mouse's voice has changed.
All right, boys, we're going to have a little talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen up, guys.
I want money.
I've been talking to Bob Iger. He wants some fucking money.
Your boy's been messing up.
Did you ever play the Dragon Age game? Any of them?
Yes.
Oh yes,
Played
I love
Origins.
Dragon Age.
they're very good.
First one was great. Second one was not as good, and the third one was the best.
They
Third
were
one just-
solid games.
I swear, man. If we keep this podcast going any longer, you're gonna put them out. That sun is just up to here, and it's getting
Yeah.
slowly-
No, we're gonna go from loot box to vampire. This is gonna tell you, because he's smoke starting to come off you in a second. That beard's the only thing protecting you.
You're gonna have to go put some fucking sun cream on with that fucking skin.
I'm burning.
Yeah.
Burning.
UV light doesn't pass through plate glass. So you're like, oh, there's enough. There's enough like weak particles that get through. It just starts burning them.
I'm that guy that gets hammered on near beer.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that .1, right?
Yeah. Cool.
Yes. Yep. The new retro coming up that you all get to watch me play.
Very well.
Earthworm Jim on the Sega Genesis.
I was being dramatic.
Yes.
Yeah. On the Sega Genesis, I mean, it came out in 1994 for the Super Nintendo and the Sega.
Runs better on Sega.
Yeah, I kind of like the way the Sega sounds better, man.
No, so no, that's the argument is Genesis games ran better. because the Genesis had a better processor. It was able to handle more. It was able to process sprites faster.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo had better audio.
See, I totally know what you're saying, but the way the Sega Genesis sounded, I like.
Ding dong dong ding dong. Ding dong dong dong.
Yep. Yeah, see? But Earthworm Jim, I would be playing Earthworm Jim and I would be kicking ass at it.
You die a whole bunch, don't you?
No, I don't die at all. I'm really good at Earthworm Jim. 1994 Shiny Entertainment. I love Earthworm Jim. I know some of the theme songs from the cartoon.
Mhm.
I've read comic books. I know the lore of Earthworm Jim. Have you ever watched cartoons?
I didn't actually.
I mean, the animated novel.
They animated novels? No, we're not talking about comics. No. But yes, the cartoon show was really good. Loved it. I will be playing it. I will be playing it well.
Good then. Perfect. Yeah. So we'll be dropping the link to that on YouTube at the end of this, and you'll be able to watch.
And you can watch how glorious I am, and there won't be a sun like this.
No.
I will not be melting.
No.
So
Robo will not be yawning because it's super late where he is.
it is super late. It is, and he has work.
I have work tomorrow. Yes. So as the sun is setting and the work is working, and the children need feeding again.
Yep.
I guess we'll end her there.
All right.
Any closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts is I'm awesome at video games.
All right. Well, we know that's a lie, but we'll end her there.
All right.
If you want to get at us, you can join us on the Mixer, YouTube, Twitch. Nope, not Twitch. Psych.
No.
Nope, we're not on Twitch anymore. We're on Mixer exclusively. You can also get at us on all social: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all of your favorite likey likes and sharey share.
Hotmail is
Hotmail?
Invaders News. Hotmail, Gmail. It's always Hotmail, man. That's what I've been programmed with.
Newsinvadersnews@gmail.com. If you want to get at us, we will answer you.
Yeah, and Phil will send you nudes.
Phil's nudes.
He's nude right now.
My nids are just
Like, he's nude right now. He's wearing a sweater and a shirt, but on the bottom, nothing. That's how he games.
Did you say, is it you or is it just nudes you send? That's the surprise, really. That's the surprise.
so they're square.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on the random number generator.
And so much money you pay me.
Yeah.
Nice.
If Aaron Jesus is kind, you get a nude you want. If Aaron Jesus is not kind, you get Phil.
Right, your wife enjoys them.
Oh, shots fired! Shots fired! All right.
That's it.
On that joke note,
All right.
we'll call her. Till next time.
Schizo loves you. Come watch Retro Games with Schizo. Retro Games with Schizo.